Hey, welcome back to We Be Kids again. My name's Danny, I'm one of the founders at We Be Kids. I'm an outdoor educator and a storyteller. If this is your first time at We Be Kids, do check out all of our free resources. Over 200 videos to help you connect with nature and improve your well-being. Today I've come up to the woods to tell you a story. Next week is Halloween and many people will be celebrating in many different ways. But one thing that most households do is to carve a pumpkin. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about maybe why we do that. And this story, it's an old tale from a time when all these big trees behind me were just tiny little saplings. The story is from Ireland. And in Ireland, there lived a man called Jack. This man was quite a tall man, wiry and thin, with quite crooked features. He had a crooked back, long crooked fingers and a hooked, crooked nose. And Jack was a blacksmith. But he didn't do much work. You see, Jack was a swindler, somebody who tries to do other people over for their own good. Jack spent most of his time in the pub, drinking whiskey or gambling. But Jack had a way with words, such a way that he always seemed to get what he wanted. All of his neighbours and the people in his town, they used to say that even Jack could deceive the devil. And that word got around until it reached the devil himself. And the devil thought, well, I want to go and meet this Jack fella. So the devil brought himself up from the holes of hell onto the earth and he looked for Jack. And on his way to his pub, Jack bumped into him. And the devil came out. He said, Jack, you've lived a life of swindling. It is time for me to take you down to hell. But Jack, having such a good way with words, managed to convince the devil that before he went, they should share a drink. And the devil said, yeah, okay. So the devil went along to the pub with Jack. And the Jack got up to all kinds of mischief. And as he did, the devil watched. And the devil was quite proud. At last he'd found somebody who was as mischievous as he was. And the night went on and they drank and drank and drank some more. Until the very end of the night came along and the barman brought out the last bit of whiskies. And when they asked for the money, Jack told the barman he didn't have any money. And the barman threatened to lock them in. But Jack looked at the devil and said, turn yourself into a silver sixpence and I'll pay, and then turn yourself back and we'll be out of here. Now the devil liked this plan, another way of deceiving somebody. So the devil turned himself into a silver sixpence. And Jack took the silver sixpence and instead of paying it to the barman, he popped it into his pocket, right where he kept a silver cross, meaning that the devil couldn't turn himself back. Now Jack walked out of the bar and the devil pleaded with him from inside the silver sixpence. And Jack said, I will only pull you out if you promise that you won't come for me again anytime soon. So the devil agreed. And Jack pulled out the silver sixpence and the devil appeared. And in a puff of smoke, boom, it was gone. And Jack didn't see the devil for another 10 years or so. But he continued on in his wicked ways. Until one day the devil thought it was time again to bring Jack down to hell. So the devil appeared and Jack was in his garden cutting back his apple trees when the devil appeared and said, oh, my old friend Jack, the day has come for you to come down to hell with me. And Jack thought fast and he said to the devil, oh, just let me have one more meal, a final treat before we go down. Let me have one of those apples from the top of the tree. The devil didn't see any harm in this, so Jack said, will you go up and get me one? So as quick as he could, the devil darted up the tree, and whilst he was up there, Jack carved a cross into the apple tree, meaning that the devil was stuck. And the devil called down, let me out, let me out. And Jack said, I will only let you out if you promise that you will never, ever let me into the gates of hell. So the devil agreed. And Jack scrubbed off the cross, and in a puff of smoke, the devil was gone. And time passed, and Jack never saw the devil again, until the fateful day happened when Jack's life came to an end. He went along the great rainbow to the pearly gates of heaven, and when he arrived there, they shook their heads. There is no way, Jack, that you're coming in here, they said. Off you go, down to the gates of hell. So Jack turned and he went. And he went down to the gates of hell, and when he got there, the devil was waiting for him. And Jack said, will you let me in? Otherwise I have nowhere to go at all. And the devil laughed. The devil said, you made me promise that I would never let you through the gates of hell, so the answer, my friend, is no. And Jack said, well, what am I supposed to do? And the devil said, you should go. Wander the world as a lost soul. And with that, the devil reached in behind the gates. He said, but take this as a light to help guide you. And he threw a red-hot coal to Jack. And Jack caught the coal, but it was so hot he couldn't carry it. He juggled it and juggled it back up to the world, and as he came up in a pumpkin patch. And quickly he grabbed a pumpkin and he hollowed out the centre and he put the red-hot coal inside it. And ever since that day, Jack has wandered the world, neither a soul, neither in heaven and neither in hell, but always guided by his pumpkin lantern. So I hope you enjoyed that little Halloween tale. It's a bit of an unusual one, but a very, very old folk tale. And I'm sure you'll find many other tales about why we carry pumpkin lanterns, but now you know that one. So please do share the stories, spread them far and wide. Thanks for stopping by at We Be Kids, and we'll see you again sometime soon. Bye.